YouTube! Welcome back. Sorry about the hiccups. I'm having hiccups in this video. I have no idea why they're not going down. I've been drinking a lot of water and everything. But yeah, welcome back to version 2.4 for Honkai Star Rail. Woo! We're gonna start with the Trailblaze continuance, which is Finest Duel under the Pristine Blue Part 1. This is of course the Central LUOFU's Wardance, and this is supposed to be happening over 2 patches, so patches 2.4 and 2.5. So we've got lots of content coming for you guys. So do stick around for that. This officially marks our beginning in version 2.4. Wow, wow, wow. So some of you may have seen the recording for Xiao Qiu's trailer, Xiao Qiu's Merit Celestial trailer, and you guys might be wondering why did it go up so late? And that is because I wanted to actually play through the Trailblaze continuance before diving into before actually going to pull for Xiao Qiu. So do keep a lookout. Xiao Qiu pulls will be coming up shortly. Soon one of these videos will be a Xiao Qiu pulls. So yeah, keep a lookout for that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this Foxian, meeting this Foxian. I have no idea what we're gonna be doing in the in this new place. So yeah. Let us jump right into it, shall we? Homecoming Wardance. Receive comms from the Xianzhou. So, so sorry. This video will be full of hiccups because I've tried drinking water, holding my breath, but for some reason it ain't working and it's annoying. But yeah. So receive comms from the Xianzhou. Before embarking on the next stop of their journey, the Express received the comms from the Xianzhou LUOFU. Jingyuan extended an invite to all wanderers to join the Wardance. Let us head back to the Express. It's been a fat minute. You have an interstellar message. Please check it promptly. Black Swan's here. Interesting. Alright. Our comms. You have an interstellar message. Please check it promptly.
Phew.
Ooh. Pom Pom.
What's up, Pom Pom?
Yeah. What's up?
Just got a message from the Xianzhou LUOFU. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
Oh. And everyone's here. How nice.
It's been a
Jingyuan.
while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblazing expedition going?
It's going swimmingly.
So, the Xianzhou LUOFU will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the LUOFU in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus, on behalf of the Seat of Divine Foresight, I'm extending an invitation to attend the ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
Ooh, an invite to the Xianzhou. Once more.
Things aren't getting lively. We've barely recovered from the family's Charmony Festival, and we're already being invited to another special event.
Indeed. Trailblazing is all about having fun. I'm still recovering from the trauma caused by the last festivity. Lamau, all about having fun.
Why not think about it this way? Our trailblazing expeditions are turning into blast expeditions, where we eat, drink, and play wherever we go.
Indeed.
Blast? Expedition?
Yeah, wherever we go, we eat, play, and have a blast.
I'm pretty sure getting blasted is also one of the things that we do on these adventures.
So we should leave March behind to take care of the Express?
Hey, that's not what I meant. I'm all for some fun. I just hope there won't be any surprise party crashers, like Friday or Saturday.
Of course, of course.
The Xianzhou LUOFU has recently overcome a crisis. By holding the war dance, they're demonstrating to everyone that they've returned to a state of peace and safety.
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony. You'll be totally safe under the family's protection.
That is true. So hopefully nothing bad will happen at the Xianzhou?
No need to worry. The War Dance is not like the Charmony Festival with all its hidden secrets. It's just a festival to honor the Rainbow Arbiter and the Cloud Knights, who fought against the abominations of abundance and protected the Xianzhou ships.
Interesting.
Aside from star skiff performances, it's mostly martial contests. Nothing too different from the Taikian Roboball contest we've seen before.
The what? Roboball contest? Taikian?
What do you think, Himiko? Since we've accepted Miss Black Swan's proposal, we should probably head to Amphorius for refueling.
There's certainly no rush. This trailblazing expedition is quite unique, and the Express needs to be fully stocked and prepared before moving on to the next stop. With Madame Herta's help, I was planning to deliver some Leviathan fossils from Kalinga Abyss to Ron May, member 81 of the Genius Society.
Ooh.
It could earn us some favors before we set off. However, it may take a few weeks.
Interesting. Okay.
Aw, so that means we're not going to the LUOFU.
Being an adult means maintaining relationships, whether we like it or not, March. Since we've been invited, it's only right for the Astral Express to attend the ceremony.
That is true.
So, here's the plan. Pom Pom will take everyone to the Xianzhou LUOFU. Mr. Yang and I will meet up with Ron May and fulfill our promise. Meanwhile, you, March, and Don Hung will represent the Express and attend the war dance.
I
What do
see.
you two think?
Sounds great. Let's split into groups. I want to play Leviathan Fossils too. I want to be with Dan Hung for this
I
one.
don't hear any objections.
Because, as you know, I'm a huge Dan Hung simp.
Now that everyone's on board with the plan, it's time to warp to the Xianzhou LUOFU.
Hell yeah, let's go. Alright, so discuss travel plans with March 7th and Dan Hung. Optional, discuss the travel plans with the other members of the Express crew. Okay.
Kalinga Abyss. What does she expect to find there? Current research on the Leviathan merely proves how little we know about such life forms.
I wonder if this will be relevant to future plot points.
That's why geniuses are interested in that field. Science is all about uncovering the unknown.
The conversation between the two adults brims with complex jargon from assumptive... Did not manage to catch that. Ah, there you go. With complex jargon from assumptive astrobiological chemistry to trans-dimensional evolutionary theory, filling the carriage with an air of dense perplexity. Have a safe trip, you two. Come back soon.
Don't miss us too much. If I stumble upon some cool Leviathan fossils, I'll bring a few back as souvenirs for you.
Yay! Thank you. Alright. March 7th and Dan Hung. What about Pom Pom? Nothing new, huh? Alright, interesting. And the two of you. My
Himiko
boy!
really knows how to convince people. Between Leviathan fossils and the war dance, the latter definitely sounds more fun. By the way, Don Hung, this time you'll be taking a stroll with us on the LUOFU, right?
Right! Oh my god, our boy. Please.
And just let you two wander around aimlessly on the LUOFU by yourselves? I don't think so.
Man overcame his trauma. Let's go!
Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The Ambrosial Arbor crisis just ended, and both the long life and short life species are still feeling uneasy. And that's why Jing Yuan wants to organize the war dance, to show that the Xianzhou LUOFU is stable and safe.
Nice.
And since he has extended an invitation, it's only right that I visit my old friend.
Aww. To the Xianzhou!
Coming back to this place brings back so many memories, you know?
Yeah. So, here's something for all of you, a poem by March 7th. What memories? Care to spill the details?
Hey, I'm not actually gonna recite a poem. I was just thinking about all the twists and turns we went through when we first arrived on the Xianzhou.
Ah, yep.
This time, we're not being forced or enticed or chasing after wanted criminals. And we didn't have to sneak in through the cargo dock. This trip has been incredibly smooth.
That's a good
Quite
thing.
unusual, I must say.
It's a good thing, March. Definitely unusual. We're so easily pleased. I actually feel sorry for us. Oh, come on. Don't jinx us. Yeah.
I'm just hoping for the best. You're the one jinxing us.
No. You started it. Yensing. Hikaru. I saw. I saw the Skyfaring Commission's notice that the Express is docked on the Xianzhou. I guess on LUOFU already? Just got to Starskiff Haven. Quick with the news, eh? Yep, fresh off the boat. We're now at Starskiff Haven. Heh, the General sent me to welcome you all at Starskiff Haven. See you in a bit. Alright.
Is the Starskiff Haven always this crowded? Oh, there's so many people here. I can barely hear anything.
Yanqing said General Jingyuan sent him to welcome us, but where is he?
Good question.
Let's wait for him in front of the loom. It's the most prominent landmark on the dock.
Fair enough. There's a lot of people here, yeah. More and more tourists.
Hey, you guys! Hold on a moment.
It's a Papeshi tourist. Interesting.
Did they just call us? Look at their outfits. They're from Penacony, right?
So it would
Are
seem.
you familiar with the Xianzhou LUOFU?
Yes.
We know a little bit about it. What do you need?
We're from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it. We came to this ship to gather interesting materials for making dream bubbles.
Huh.
Oh, we just left there. Oh, talk about coincidence.
That's great. Do you know any must-see attractions on the LUOFU?
You've come to the right people. Why don't you ask the locals? Yeah, I'm skeptical. What are you guys doing here?
We did, but the locals were all like, come on, there's nothing worth seeing on the LUOFU. It's so boring here.
Okay, fair enough. Because, like, if someone came to, like, my hometown and asked me what's interesting here, I would say the same thing as well. Yeah, fair enough.
Blame them. If someone asked me what's there to see on Penacony, I'd probably struggle to answer too.
Yeah, same logic.
That's why we're asking fellow tourists.
I see.
Most of the tourists around at the moment are here to attend the war dance. And that's why we're here too.
You guys could go to the war dance, yeah.
We know about that ceremony, but isn't the fighting ring still closed?
Girl, we literally just landed. I don't know what to tell you. We don't know jack.
I've heard the ring was
Oh, that is a lot of ships. Wow.
Decommissioned LUOFU fighter jet.
Ooh. So it's even larger than regular Starskiff? So it's even bigger than the Radiant Feldspar.
The Radiant Feldspar is bigger, I guess.
Hey.
But for now,
Nice.
all we can do is wait until the war dance starts in a few weeks before we can board it. We've still got work to do, so we can't just sit around waiting for it to start. That's why we're asking you about some must-see attractions.
We're looking for unique experiences that you won't find on Penacony. Our clients love these kinds of dream bubbles the most.
Aha.
You're the expert here. Give them some suggestions.
Why not visit Aurum Alley? Why not visit Fixtral Garden? Why not visit Skillwatch Waterscape? Why not climb to the top of the Ambrosia Arbor? I know at least one person who would definitely protest that. Aurum Alley.
Good idea. The everyday vibe of the Aurum Alley is a rare find on the planet of festivities.
Everyday vibe. Yeah, our clients have had their fair share of adrenaline-pumping dreamscapes. Maybe something down to earth would touch their hearts.
Yeah, like a change of pace, huh?
Thanks for the suggestion. We'll head to the Aurum Alley to gather materials. Maybe we'll run into each other there in a couple of days.
Look, Yanqing's here.
Nice.
Oh, really? Let's go catch up with him.
And the guests are gone. Alright. Meet and sing again. Oh god.
Everyone, this way.
Hello. It's been a while. How are you?
Hey, everyone. It's been a while.
Oh wow. Okay. Saying the exact same things. That's funny.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long since we last saw you. But Yanqing, are you?
Are you?
What's up, Miss March?
Taller?
They say kids grow up really fast. Yanqing, are you a little bit taller than before?
Ooh.
We've only been away for a few months.
Long time no see, Yensing. Yeah, you're definitely taller. Cautiously pinch Yenxing's cheek. We're pinching the cheeks, guys. We're definitely pinching the cheeks.
What are you doing?
Oh, he's blushing! Wait, that's so cute!
Sorry, but after our previous adventures, I've become suspicious of whoever greets us first.
Oh. He speaks? Woo! But also... trauma. Yikes. Okay, I'm saving this as a screenshot.
Do you have to be suspicious around me too?
No, but I thought the cheek pinching was like you know, an affectionate thing, not suspicious.
You know, the last time we came to the Xianzhou, the first person who greeted us was...
Oh. Right. I forgot about... I forgot about Tingyun. Oh lord, okay.
I get it. Better safe than sorry.
Seriously?
I've
never seen the LUOFU so lively before.
I didn't mean to make it sad.
I was a bit worried
Oh.
that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon. But seeing the bustling Starskiff Haven, I understand why General Jingyuan chose this timing.
Yep. There's people from other delves and travelers like you three who've come from afar. With the war dance coming up, there's a huge number of visitors pouring into the Starskiff Haven. The Cloud Knights are working hard to keep the security tight.
Otsukare.
The General said this ceremony would help the Xianzhou LUOFU recover from the crisis. It's a way to showcase our martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale, and attract visitors from other planets to promote trade and peace.
Fair enough, fair enough.
By the way, the Xianzhou Alliance places great importance on this ceremony too. The Xianzhou ships, the Zhuming and the Yaoqing, have both sent messengers to offer their blessings.
The Xianzhou Zhuming, the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
Yeah, the Xianzhou Yaoqing is a major force in hunting down abominations, and is always engaged in conflicts across the cosmos. Although it's a member of the Xianzhou Alliance, I don't know much about it.
Interesting.
But Madame Yukong from the Skyfaring Commission mentioned that the Yaoqing always sends back reports of great victories, which is quite impressive. I heard General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is a young and dauntless lady.
She's coming next patch, guys.
Goddess of war, capable of crushing dozens of abominations with a single punch. I wonder if it's true.
Perhaps it is.
If only I could witness her prowess with my own eyes.
Aww.
By the way, Yenxing, where are we headed next?
I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The General wants to catch up with you at the Palace of Astrum. He's been eager to hear about how the Express has been doing.
Alright.
It's funny how he tries to act all mature, but whenever it comes to something he's interested in, you can really see his childish side.
Well, you're pretty much the same in that regard. Yeah, he's adorable.
I agree.
Oh. Oh boy.
All units assemble quickly. Get ready to protect the crowd.
Oh, what's happening?
Just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me, I need to go check out the situation.
Stay safe. It's like whatever you fear will happen happens. You're just as jinxed as March.
What's that supposed to mean?
I just like taking a dig at you from time to time.
We'll go with you.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Alright. Ooh. What is that? Whoa. Okay.
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him.
Hell yeah. Oh, okay, we're fighting, we're fighting. Moon Rage. Enemies with this mark can enter the Moon Rage state. After enemies use attacks, apply 1 stack of Bloodlust to enemy units that can trigger Moon Rage. When Bloodlust reaches a certain number of stacks, the unit enters the Moon Rage state. At the same time, a Moon Rage countdown appears on the action order when the countdown When the countdown's turn begins, Moon Rage is dispelled across all enemy units.
Why is Borison here?
Borison?
Now.
Okay. Let's see. Physical damage, bloodlust. Okay. So interesting. So I assume Moon Rage is basically just like a berserk stage, but for enemies. Bloodlust. Oh, 2, 4, 2. Okay, interesting. I kind of don't want to kill them off too fast. I kind of want to experience how the bloodlust state works. 5, 6, 8, 4. No, we're only at 4. All right. Looks like we're fine. I think regardless, we're gonna be yeah, killing them in one hit. That was on me. My bad. But good to know. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Oh wow. Okay, so this is how we meet her in game.
Thanks for the help.
Yunli.
No time to chat. Could you give me back my...
Oh, she took a sword. Oh boy. What an interesting turn of events. Hey, get out. Get out. You're not helping, bruv. Why are you here, bruv? Alright, us.
My sword! Let's just get down to business first.
Alright. Hi, Yensing. You alright?
I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now. I need to find out what's going on.
Fair enough. Yeah. Accompany Yensing and ask about the situation from the Cloud Knights.
Your rescue, my Xianzhou friends. Don't you think it's a bit too much to detain us and our cargo?
IPC drama, huh?
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection until we figure out the source of the attack.
Interesting.
Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let you and your cargo go.
But this shipment isn't even meant for the LUOFU, and it's IPC's patented technology. Who do you think you are to conduct an inspection?
Dude, you're here now, so you abide by the laws of this place.
According to the protocol, all cargo arriving on the LUOFU must go through inspection.
Yep.
But we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock because we were attacked by the Borisons.
Uh-huh.
Looks like this argument could go on forever. Let's not get involved in a heated dispute that won't lead to a resolution.
I assume that might be an optional thing, maybe? How dare you detain... Oh.
Who do you think you are?
Ooh. You hear them talking. That's cool. Okay. Alright.
Who's in charge here? I need some answers.
Ooh, look at you.
It's my fault. We let our guard down for a moment. I take full responsibility.
With the war dance approaching, safety should be a top priority. Now, tell me, how did Borison prisoners end up in Starskiff Haven?
Damn.
According to the protocol, Borison prisoners should be held on a Starskiff and taken directly to the shackling prison under strict supervision without ever touching the ground. Who allowed a prisoner transport ship to dock at the passenger terminal?
Damn. Getting right down to business. You sure are very mature, Yensing. Like, genuinely very mature.
Please don't blame this captain. This incident involves the Zhu Ming's diplomatic vessel.
Oh.
Who are you?
Oh, I suppose you're from the Zhu Ming then.
Jun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad.
Oh no, he's
Thank
not.
you for your help, Lieutenant Yanqing. The situation unfolded rapidly and it shouldn't be held against the captain.
But what happened though?
Here's what happened. An IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borison just before arriving, and the Zhu Ming's diplomatic vessel came to the rescue. They fought off the Borison pirates and imprisoned them on their ship.
Oh.
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borison near the LUOFU, And the Juming envoys saved them? Sounds complicated.
Yeah.
Honestly, it gives me a headache too. The Juming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure, docked at the passenger terminal to hand these criminals over to the LUOFU. You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto the LUOFU, the Starskiff lanes are under immense pressure. The Borson desperados decided to put up a fight before the prisoner transport Starskiff could get there. And that's what you just witnessed.
I see.
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. It's an unusual situation indeed. I'll report it to the security department of the Realm Keeping Commission and ask for their cooperation in handling the aftermath. Maybe I should gather more details from others so that the Seat of Divine Foresight can have a better understanding of the situation.
Yeah, probably should, yeah. The Cloud Knights calmed the crowd and then dispersed, and the street was restored to its peaceful state.
You look much maturer now, Yanqing.
Indeed.
Please don't tease me, Miss March. The situation on the Xianzhou before the war dance is like a calm lake that can be disturbed by even the smallest pebble, capable of generating far-reaching ripples with even the slightest disturbance.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
What are those people? I mean, those monsters we just dealt with?
I know, they're kobolds, right? Did you call them the Borson?
Yeah, those werewolf monsters are known as Borson. They are abominations of abundance, and we've been fighting them for a very long time.
I see.
The Borson have been a powerful force for a long time, plundering and enslaving many worlds. The threat they pose is just as terrible as the Swarm disaster.
Ooh.
The Alliance even had a fierce war with them 3 decades ago.
Oh, this was the horrendous war, right?
Their presence has faded over the years, but who would have thought?
Oh, that's not good then.
According to that officer, they attacked an IPC ship near the Xianzhou LUOFU. Such a brazen attack seems quite unusual to me.
Yeah, that's what I find strange too. It seems like the IPC and the Borson have some serious grudges.
Well, we can probably tell who's in the fault here. IPC.
Well, enough with the chit-chat. The General wants me to take you to the Palace of Astrum.
Yep, sure thing.
I'd love to chit-chat a little longer, but there are some things that can't be left unchecked.
Fair enough. You go do whatever you gotta do.
Is it a serious matter? Maybe you'll need our help in hunting down the Borson?
Thank you, but it's no big deal. By the way, that young lady who just appeared, she took my sword. I'm thinking of filing a lost property report at the Realm Keeping Commission to see if I can get it back.
Ay ay ay.
I doubt she did it on purpose.
But we'll never know now, do we? So when Cloud Knights get into trouble, they have to call the emergency services too? You go file the report and I go fetch the popcorn. It's gonna be quite the show.
Perhaps she's around here somewhere. Shouldn't we take a look?
Perhaps, yeah.
Alright, let's not keep the General waiting.
Don't worry. There aren't many people out there with that kind of talent. It shouldn't be too hard to find her.
Yep. Alright. Let's go. See if we can find Yun Li.
There sure are a lot of troublemakers around.
Oh. Why do you say it like that? Oh boy. Oh, that's not good. Oh boy.
Those guys.
We'll see to it that these criminals are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible. The cleanup operation is already underway, Lieutenant Yanqing. So there's no need to worry about anything.
Huh. I don't like the vibes that this guy gives.
Thanks. By the way, you're an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad, right? I don't remember meeting you before.
Big red flags.
Well,
right there.
I'm just a junior officer. I recently returned to the LUOFU from the front lines and was temporarily assigned here for security duty before the ceremony.
Even the uniform looks different. Interesting. Okay. Well, to the Palace of Astrum we shall go then. Let's go in.
It's been a long journey, Elder Hwayan. Thank you for your presence.
Ooh.
Don't mention it. Thank you for taking the time to welcome me.
Oh, Hwayan. General.
General, I brought our guests from the Express. Oh, I'm sorry for my bad timing. I didn't know you were meeting a guest, General.
Ooh.
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friends from the Astral Express.
It's been a while. How's everything going, General? I dreamed about you on Penacony. Did you miss us? I dreamed about you on Penacony.
Oh. Well, it's an honor to be in your dreams, my friend.
Aww.
Allow me to introduce you to General Hwayan. He's the Arbiter General of the Xianzhou Zhuming, known as the Flaming Heart.
Ooh.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist here, no different from other tourists who've come to attend the ceremony.
Elder Hwayan is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the Artisanship Commission. Besides his martial skills, he excels in forging various weapons. Such talents,
be it
oh,
Arbiter
my bad.
General or Furnace.
I put down my drink and then, whoops.
Elder Hwayan is not only one of the Arbiter Generals,
accidentally
but also
clicked
the
the button.
Master of the Artisanship Commission.
Alright.
Besides his martial skills, he excels in forging various weapons. Such talents are unique, even among the Arbiter Generals.
I see.
Master, these are really titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, the Marshal has called me back to duty, and I had no choice but to answer the call.
Change in circumstances?
Well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings its share of disapproval.
Does it look like there's a chest in the background?
It's an honor to meet you, General Hwayan.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
It's my honor to meet you, General Hwayan.
Glad to meet you, General.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just a guest on the LUOFU, the same as all of you. So,
interesting.
These three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuin? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Yep.
Indeed. There's Don Hung, March 7th, and him. Without their help, I'm afraid the LUOFU might not have easily overcome this crisis.
So, the Imbibiter Lune's reincarnation has returned to the LUOFU and will attend the war dance.
Ooh.
I'd love to have a drink with you should the chance present itself.
Ooh, interesting.
You're more than welcome, General Hwayan.
Are you okay with it though, Tan Hung?
And this young friend is?
Ooh.
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the LUOFU's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance, ready to take on all kinds of challenges.
Ooh, okay.
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yoon Lee.
Yeah, the one that stole Yanqing's sword.
It's you!
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other? Guess we don't need any introductions then.
I think we are still going to need some introductions.
I was afraid I'd have trouble finding this girl.
Oh.
A bit of animosity.
Now you've piqued my curiosity. Tell me, how did you two become acquainted?
She helped me capture the escaped Borison prisoners at the Starskiff Haven. Allow me to express my gratitude for you. But when you left, you took my flying sword with you.
Mm-hmm.
Your flying sword? Oh, so that's why I found a dagger in my bag. Turns out it's yours.
He just calls his sword a dagger.
Yes, it is. Now that we've met again, I hope...
Nope, that won't do.
Eh?
Won't do?
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it back. On the Juming, when you lose your sword on the battlefield, you have to reclaim it on the battlefield.
But you took it from...
As for this
Okay.
little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borison prisoner. But unfortunately, its owner's agitated state caused it to fly off like a kite with a broken string, and it missed its target. By the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that Borison prisoner would have gotten away.
Damn, okay.
Hold on a sec, Yunli. You took my sword without even asking, and now you're refusing to give it back?
So much for LUOFU sword masters.
Ooh, okay, they got beef, they got beef.
Just say, if you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have totally respected you. But nope, you tried to play it down, expecting me to just hand it back to you like it's nothing. In front of everyone. With all due respect, you don't honor your sword. So you don't deserve it.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords, fine. Let's have a one-on-one duel right now.
Oh, damn.
Yang Qing.
Well, that's more like it. Just be careful.
Oh boy.
Because I'm not as easy to handle as the Borison.
You two, be quiet and apologize to Yan Qing.
Hey! Whose side are you on, Grandpa?
Oh boy.
Don't take sides.
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu Ming's incredible swordplay and craftsmanship. Most notably, the legendary
Ooh, a little bit fiery.
Seeing Miss
A little bit of
Yunli
fiery
among
competition.
those ranks
Interesting.
today, well, I must say, she definitely has that fiery edge.
Such grandiose names. Some folks love to spin these fancy titles, trying to set the Cloud Knights apart. Yunli is still just a young girl, a bit awkward and hot-tempered. So please forgive her if she's being rude.
Well, everyone, Elder Huayan and I have some business to discuss.
Oh,
For now,
damn.
Yang Qing, why don't you entertain our guests and take Miss Yunli to the inn?
I foresee a lot of squabbling along the way.
I'll find another chance to talk with you all. I'd like to express my gratitude to the Astral Express for helping the LUOFU during the crisis.
That's so kind of you.
Yeah.
I mean, you've already thanked us so many times.
Yeah, with the whole Jade Abacus.
Please forgive me for coming at an inconvenient time.
You needn't apologize, General Huayan.
All right, Yunli. Take this opportunity to clear things up with Yan Qing.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies. But I won't be heading to the inn just yet. I want to visit Lingsha. She just arrived in the LUOFU and could use some help settling in.
Ooh, okay, another one of the characters coming in the next patch.
Go to
Interesting.
the Artisanship Commission for me. I've heard about the attack and the detainment of the IPC ship. Qingzu sent word that the IPC members are protesting and wish to have their cargo back.
Yep.
See if you can calm them down. Don't get aggressive. Just make it clear that the Xianzhou LUOFU has no intention of violating their rights.
I'm on it.
Alright. Interesting. Leave the palace of Astrum with Yan Qing.
I'm sorry for Yang Qing's rudeness.
Not at all. taunted by Yun Li like that, even a training dummy would be angry. You've taught your apprentice well. If it were me in my younger days, I'm afraid I'd have drawn my sword and fought.
Damn. That's why we're all reasonable adults here.
Yan Qing can understand your concerns. On the other hand, Yun Li is still a naive girl who's only interested in swordplay. Honestly, I brought her here to participate in the war dance because I want to broaden her horizons.
Fair enough. Yun Li.
This trip is totally worth it. Compared to the Juming, the LUOFU is so much livelier. But it's a shame the LUOFU swordmasters don't seem that great.
Oh boy. Glad to meet you, Miss Yun Li.
Glad to meet you too. Are you here to participate in the war dance?
No, we're just tourists. I'm just a tourist attending the ceremony. Can outsiders participate in the war dance as well?
Of course. To honor martial arts, the Cloud Knight's ring is always open to outsiders.
I know a certain someone who probably would.
If you can defeat the ringmaster selected by the Xianzhou, you'll not only win rewards and prizes, but also be making a name for yourself.
Interesting.
Sounds tempting, doesn't it?
What's the Flame Wheel Octet the general spoke of?
That's how outsiders refer to my peers in the Juming Cloud Knights and the Artisanship Commission. We all train under Grandpa's guidance, learning the art of craftsmanship and swordplay. That's how we got that title, I guess. Just don't mention it in front of Grandpa. He always says that empty titles bring pointless challenges and conflicts. We Juming Swordmasters pride ourselves on the success of the group over the individual.
I see. Aren't you coming with us?
I have some things to do. Besides, little Yan Qing doesn't seem too happy about me tagging along.
I can't tell who is older here. He shouldn't have said you stole his sword, but you did take his sword. That is true.
Yeah, you're right. I took it with my skills. So I guess you can say I'm a robber or something. How dare he imply I'm a thief? Totally different.
They still classify under the same thing. Oh my god.
Besides, the sword seems scared of its own master. I'd like to ask him. You claim to cherish your sword as your life, yet you don't even recognize the state it's in right now? I didn't intend to keep his sword. I was planning to take this chance to return it to him. But now, I've changed my mind. I'll give that poor flying sword some proper maintenance. I won't consider returning the sword unless he learns how to say please, hello, thank you, and sorry.
But you took his sword first. So that's still on you.
So he can forget about it for now.
Alright, y'all are weird. Okay. You scratch your head, feeling a tingling sensation on your scalp at the thought of the impending troubles Yan Qing will face. While you're distracted, the young girl has already wandered off on her own, her whereabouts unknown. Oh boy, okay. Anyone else who can talk to over here? Just the three of us, it seems. Okay. To the two of us.
Hey, Don Hung. I thought all the Xianzhou generals were like Jing Yuan.
Likewise.
But that General Huayan, he looks so thin and scraggy, as if even a light breeze would knock him over. Is that old man really an Arbiter General?
Maybe in name?
Well, each Xianzhou ship has its own division and specialty within the Alliance. Not all of the Arbiter Generals are good at leading the charge. You heard what Jing Yuan said, right? General Huayan was once the head of all the skilled craftsmen on the Juming.
I see. There appears to be more than what meets the eye. Why does he look so old? Perhaps he's a robot. Oh god.
Don't you find it strange? Do Xianzhou people age? I rarely see any old people on the Xianzhou ship. And when I do, they're usually travelers.
Han Heng, how old are you?
But General Huayan looks like an ordinary old grandpa. Is he really a Xianzhou general?
Perhaps.
Good question. He's right there. Why don't you ask him yourself?
Nah, I'd like to live a little longer.
I love their banter.
We should leave. General Jing Yuan asked Yan Qing to entertain us, so obviously, he has important matters to discuss.
Yep.
Let's not waste any time here.
Roger that. Yenting.
This is the report Qingzu just sent me. Let me take a look. Looks like the general has given me a tough challenge. He wants me to try and help put the IPC's mind at ease.
Oh. Is this some kind of test from the general?
Well, it's not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight officers, we not only learn the art of war and martial arts, but also occasionally have to handle diplomatic disputes.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just, you know, talking things out isn't as straightforward as duking it out with weapons on the battlefield. This is especially true when you're up against the IPC, with their non-stop corporate babble.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, let's not worry about that for now. Shall I take you to the inn?
Let's go. We've talked to everyone after watching Yensing and the others leave.
It is the LUOFU's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing implies intentions beyond mere spectating. Might there be any specific instructions from the marshal?
Ooh. Oh, his eyes.
Thinking it, Genuine. As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons. I have no ulterior motives. However, I have no clue what the Yao Qing Arbiter General has in mind.
Interesting, okay.
Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter General holds a weight far greater than its literal meaning. So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too long means that every mistake you made will lurk in the shadows. And one day, they'll eventually catch up to you.
Yikes.
The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the LUOFU.
The ins and outs of the Ambrosio Arbor disaster.
The Yao Qing.
Ooh.
She has come specifically for you.
Oh boy.
Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's claw strikes like lightning. Being late isn't her style.
That's not true, General Huaiyan.
Oh.
She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
Oh my god, it's Xiao Qiu!
As soon
And
as she
Mosa.
came from the star skiff, she mentioned having something to attend to and simply disappeared.
Oh.
You must be the messengers from the Xianzhou Yao Qing, I assume.
What's this so
We are Jiao
tall?
and Mosa, retainers of the Merlins.
Ah!
It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter Generals.
Ah, wait, I'm taking a picture of this. Oh my god, wait, they're so fine. Yo!
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead. What does she mean? Tell me, what could be more important to her than coming here?
Master heard about a spectacular view in Scale Gorge Waterscape. I believe she went there to enjoy it.
His eyes! His eyes! Okay, wait. Alright.
Spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Genuine? This person is being sarcastic.
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huaiyan. I was simply stating the truth. Master thought it would be inappropriate to keep you waiting, so she sent us here.
My god, wait, that's so pretty! Oh my god! Okay, wait. I need to
Once
focus.
she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
God, his voice. Xiao Xiao! Ooh! In the meantime, outside the Palace of Astrum.
Drat. I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword.
Oh boy, I'll go get it back for you. I don't think you'll ever get your sword back. I'll go get it back for you.
No need to bother. The Juming envoys won't be leaving the LUOFU anytime soon. I'll ask for it later when we meet again.
Oh boy.
By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the general seemed a little reserved. Could it be because of Elder YN's visit?
Yeah, it probably is because of that.
Reserved? Really?
Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
Something big's about to go down.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou Juming was actually the Arbiter General himself. So, the messenger from the Xianzhou Yaoqing must be the Merlin's Claw herself, I presume.
Ooh.
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing so unusual.
What's so unusual about it? They simply received an invitation from Jing Yuan, just like the crew.
I highly doubt that that's what happened.
The war dance is just a small festival. And now we have 2 Arbiter Generals from other Xianzhou ships here.
Yeah.
I'm afraid they're here for something more.
Yep.
Maybe they've come to hold Jingyuan accountable for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Maybe.
Accountable? Come on, didn't the LUOFU fall victim to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and the Antimatter Legion? Why would they blame the victim?
Danshu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance. Only a single piece of incontrovertible evidence remains, creating an endless source of potential complications.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yep.
Yes. It's undeniable that the plague mark, which was subdued by the Xianzhou LUOFU, has resurfaced. But was it really a conspiracy instigated by the Antimatter Legion? Or does it indicate a traitorous intent from within the LUOFU, implicating Jingyuan himself?
I don't like the sound of that.
Once the spark of suspicion is kindled, it proves hard to extinguish.
Oh boy. We can vouch for Xingyuan though. No wonder we were called back for the ceremony. Yeah.
What was I thinking? Seriously. Here I was looking forward to a carefree and enjoyable trip. But it seems wherever we go, drama is just around the corner.
It always is, isn't it?
Aw, I was so excited. I thought those Arbiter Generals were just here to see the ceremony.
It's never as simple as that, my dude.
I heard that an alchemist from the Juming diplomatic ship has arrived, and rumors say that she's to be the new Cauldron Master of the Alchemy Commission on the LUOFU.
Assume this is Ling Sha.
An alchemist from the Juming serving as the Cauldron Master on the LUOFU? While it's not unheard of, the timing itself...
Yeah.
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dan Heng. Now I finally see the underlying tensions. The General is under tremendous pressure right now, but I was completely oblivious to his troubles. How naive of me.
Come on, don't think like that. Leave the adult matters to the adults. Even if you wanted to do something for the General, it's not like you can do anything.
That's kind of mean, March, but he can do something, but just maybe not in that capacity.
Did I say something wrong? Again?
You're a real master of conversation. Please, March, just keep quiet.
Miss March is right. I don't have the skills to share the General's burdens at the moment.
Yikes.
Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions. Let's go. Once I've taken you to your accommodations, I need to go to the Artisanship Commission to handle the IPC's protest.
He looks like he has a lot on his mind.
Yes.
Can't just let him go alone. Why don't we accompany you to the Artisanship Commission?
This is too much trouble. While I appreciate your kindness, dealing with the IPC's workers could be tricky. I'm afraid this will cause trouble for the Express.
No worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. You've heard of the 10 Stone Hearts? We've dealt with quite a few of them, right?
Brag all you want, but don't drag me into this. You're a real master of conversation. Stop. I don't want to end up in an IPC lawsuit. We'll just go with the Pegro. The Pegro one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Are you being sarcastic?
Yep.
Well, since you're willing to help, I won't decline your kindness. Let's head to the Artisanship Commission and meet them.
Alright. So let's see. We can read the report submitted by the Interastral Peace Corporation's LUOFU office. To the relevant persons in charge of the Skyfaring Commission's Reception Hall and Trade Hall, I am writing on behalf of the Interastral Peace Corporation to protest the improper confiscation measures taken by the LUOFU Skyfaring Commission against the cargo our company was transporting. I would like to take this opportunity to highlight the seriousness of the incident and clarify our positions. I hope you will regard this with great importance and take immediate corrective measures. At the beginning of this month, New Londinium, a transport ship belonging to our company's Logistics and Transportation Department, was scheduled to sail for the battlefield on the border of the Klimt Republic. However, as the ship was sailing along the LUOFU route, it was attacked by a Barzan Beast ship. Fortunately, with the help of a ship of Juming envoys, it managed to escape. According to the relevant risk avoidance clauses stipulated in the Trade Security Cooperation Framework, Mutual Emergency Assistance and Trade Promotion Agreement, signed between our company and the Xianzhou Alliance, the attacked ship had no chance but to anchor the LUOFU skyport. However, although our vessel had anchored temporarily due to the extenuating circumstances, the Skyfaring Commission insisted that we provide detailed information about our cargo in accordance to the regulation on goods for foreign trade and carried out inspections. Our personnel made multiple attempts at negotiation and reportedly reiterated that this batch of goods involved the IPC's intellectual property and commercial secrets, but it did not result in any change of attitude from your end. Not only were the goods detained, but were also ordered to open the shipment for inspection. It is appallingly obvious that the Skyfaring Commission has disregarded our perfectly logical and justifiable explanation and abused its power while handling this incident, which completely violates the consensus of business principles between both parties. I cannot help but ask, does the Skyfaring Commission frequently abuse its power to forcibly seize the goods of foreign companies? For companies that adhere to business principles, this abuse of power will only lead to disappointment in the LUOFU's overall management standards and concept of the rule of law. And in light of the above situation, I would like to put forward our demands on behalf of the IPC. 1. Immediately return all goods belonging to New Londinium and propose a departure date. 2. Assess and compensate all commercial losses incurred during the period of detention. And 3. Issue a public apology to compensate for reputational damage caused by this incident and restore our company's reputation. We sincerely hope that through direct communication and negotiation between both parties, this dispute can be resolved amicably in a satisfactory manner as soon as possible so as to avoid unnecessarily illegal disputes and negative impacts on trade relations. We hope that you attach great importance to this matter. Thank you. Sincerely, Lyndon Scott, Special Commissioner, IPC. Disgusting. Alright, to the Artisanship Commission. Alright.
Really reason with you Xianzhou people?
Oh, is this you?
I think I get it now. In your words, this is called looting a burning house, right?
Wait, wasn't this the guy that...
But I am trying to reason with you here.
Okay, hold on. Isn't this the guy that barked for us during the whole Aurum Alley event? That was like all the way back in like 1.3.
Voice sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Haven't I heard it before in Aurum Alley?
Yeah, let's make him bark.
You know what? This isn't my first time dealing with the Skyfaring Commission.
We're gonna make him bark, guys.
Unreasonable ways. But straight up snatching IPC cargo, isn't that going a bit too far?
Just as I've said it many times already, Once we've inspected the cargo and completed the security check, you can be on your way.
There's something they're trying to hide.
Or is it just your brain?
They have something they're trying to hide. I'm sure of it.
Loud and clear. I'm thinking clear, and my answer is crystal clear. Not a chance.
If you're protesting this hard, you definitely have something you're trying to hide.
Detaining my cargo, and I'll file a complaint directly with your general.
Didn't he already do that? What's all this arguing about? Scott, what are you doing here? Did I just hear a dog barking?
You jerk! Who are you calling a dog? Wait, why are you here?
Hello, here to make you bark.
Staying on the Cienjo, are you? What terrible luck! Wherever you go, disasters aren't far behind.
And for the most part, you are the cause.
Aren't you
So
the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing to the Artisanship Commission?
I heard you're in trouble. I'm here to help Yenting sort out the trouble caused by the IPC.
They're in trouble? No, it's me. I'm the one in trouble.
Yeah, guess you're gonna bark.
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing.
It's a funny thing.
I was sent here to deal with the IPC protest, Miss Shikue. What's going on here?
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the Juming's diplomatic ship. Then the Cloud Knights were instructed to bring it back to the dock for repairs and inspections.
Yep.
And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
So, you're Scott. I've heard him mention you. Weren't you kicked off the LUOFU before?
Yep.
Why did you come back?
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good. Little did I know, as soon as the ship entered the harbor, a bunch of Cloud Knights showed up and snatched all our cargo from the hold.
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times. It's a security check.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's obvious you're trying to steal the IPC's patented technology!
That's not how it works.
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold. That's why they called me here, to double check. Secondly, where the heck did you get the idea that I'm a shady craftsman?
Oh boy.
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the LUOFU. We'll just fix the ship and be on our way. We won't unload our cargo here.
That's not the point. Even if you're passing through, they will need to inspect.
You'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired and you can take off again. How can we just leave unchecked items sitting here?
Exactly.
I understand, but we don't need to disassemble the cargo if it's just a security check, right?
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also some substance that resembles biological tissue.
Oh boy.
Biological tissue? Does this crate contain living things?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to unseal one of the crates for further examination. But this IPC specialist has been hindering us on the grounds of patent secrecy.
Oh boy.
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict. Without further inspection, there is no way for the Skyfaring Commission to release the cargo.
Oh, really? Fine. If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it's mechanical or biological. It's none of your business. I'm filing a complaint against the Skyfaring Commission's ridiculous regulations.
He's acting exactly like a Karen.
This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and difficult to persuade. Honestly, I really don't want to have a vicious confrontation with the IPC.
Then don't. Well, I know a thing or two about convincing Scott. Leave it to me, I'm an expert negotiator.
I heard how you helped Aramali. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right?
Yep, we're gonna make him bark.
It looks like I'll have to rely on you again.
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us back our cargo.
A guest, you dum-dum. Bruh. I'll be ending debate with the IPC staff. Alright. Negotiation. At the end of the negotiation, if your morale is higher than or equal to your opponent's, it's considered a successful negotiation. Otherwise, it is deemed a failure. During the negotiation process, if either party's morale dropped to 0, the negotiation immediately ends. Your negotiation choices will lead to different outcomes, which can either increase or decrease the morale. As you make the choices, the negotiation progresses until the number of negotiation rounds drops to 0, at which point the negotiation ends. During your negotiation turn, you can use the negotiation strategies to apply various negotiation techniques to help you succeed. Here, you can view your opponent's information. If you're unsure what to choose, click to view.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent. Let's use that against him.
Alright.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Cienjo Alliance IPC Trade Consensus, Alliance and IPC shall never infringe on each other's intellectual property rights.
Alright, so let's see. One of the representatives stationed on Cienjo by the IPC, he picks on the weak but fears the powerful. His experience in the IPC has taught him that he has to abide by the rules, at least on the surface. Make proposals from the legal perspective. Start by making him feel uncomfortable. Use Yensig's identity to intimidate him. Remind him of his embarrassing past. I want to try 4. Oh, this is so good. I want to... okay, we'll see if I can come back to this. Make proposals from the legal perspective.
The Alliance can sign a non-disclosure agreement with you. That way, you won't have to worry about any infringements, right?
Ooh, NDAs. Hell yeah.
We can sign a mutually acceptable non-disclosure agreement in accordance with the IPC's rules.
Yep.
Well, that makes sense, but how can we trust you to honor the terms?
Ooh.
Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable, beyond your wildest imagination. If anything goes wrong, you won't be able to pay for it even with your lives.
Just skip the reasoning part and resort to good old violence. Assure him that you will proceed with caution, pay you compensation you wish. The Skyrim Commission can pay compensation.
Don't underestimate Cienjo technology. Even if they need to dismantle your cargo, the Artisanship Commission can easily put it back together.
Interesting, nothing changed. Oh, yikes.
Brag about their skills. After all, you're just a negotiator they hired.
Oh, yikes. Okay, wrong choice.
I'm different. I'm an IPC member, and my fleet has accepted this transportation order. Naturally, I need to be responsible for the integrity of every piece of cargo.
We should have
Besides,
yikes.
cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want to inspect the cargo, shouldn't you at least call in a member of the Intelligentsia Guild to be present?
Good question. Let me just contact Ratio. Show him your extensive connections. It's time to escalate the issue. Try to resolve this according to central regulations. Try to resolve this according to IPC res... Oh, that's hard. Okay, hold on. Select the negotiation strategy from below. Skip this round of negotiations. Return to the previous rounds of negotiations. Double the results? If you double it, then... Oh god, okay. Try to resolve this according to IPC regulations.
Since the Intelligentsia Guild entrusted the cargo to the IPC for transportation, it's the IPC's responsibility to ensure its safety.
Come on, come on, come on. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Of the Intelligentsia Guild to be present.
Let me tell you something.
Oh god.
17 of the IPC's Building Materials Department Transport Agreement Law. Subsequent to the dispatch of goods and during their transit,
can I have like their their laws? I want to like read it.
The sole liability of the consignor. Well, only
yikes.
protect the integrity of the goods and prevent anyone with ill intentions from getting their hands on them, for example. As for whether the cargo itself poses a security threat to the destination, that's not our responsibility. It appears we have reached an area beyond your expertise, doesn't it? The complexity of legal studies are indeed challenging.
Oh boy.
We both need to follow the regulations, because that's how the IPC and the Cienjo operate, right? As an IPC worker, I have to abide by its regulations. If I make an exception and allow you to inspect the cargo, it'll spell disaster for me.
Oh boy. Try to revive him. Talk about his unprospective. Swallow your pride. Oh, none of these are good. Skip. No, I can't skip. Fuck.
Everyone has their own set of rules.
Oh, okay, okay.
Now that you're on their turf, shouldn't you follow their rules too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I know I'm on the Xianzhou, but if I violate the IPC regulations, I'll be in deep trouble when I get back.
Okay, so we just gone the whole negotiation successful. We evened it out. Okay.
Sure know how to argue your case.
That was stressful.
Fine. I'll allow you to do the security inspection. It's just that I need some time to sort things out. This is a big deal. Let me talk to headquarters first.
He's gonna do something with it.
So, Mr. Scott, are you just stalling for time and planning to leave the Xianzhou as soon as your ship is repaired? To avoid the Skyfaring Commission's inspection?
Yep, he definitely is.
Well, IPC staff are free to come and go, as long as they don't break any laws.
Oh.
Yeah, you've got some insight there. Who are you again?
That's a new voice. Ling Sha? Ooh. Interesting.
On the LUOFU.
Could she be?
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Xianzhou Zhuming.
Interesting.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so I came myself.
Ooh, okay.
It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? How can you say that?
Wait, what?
Why
Alright.
are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll take this crate and be on my way. Is that okay with everyone?
That is a huge crate.
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
What is happening?
Wait a minute!
Interesting.
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more reasonable attitude, we could have sidestepped that altercation just now.
Something is
Our
up.
ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
Your ship can leave whenever you want, but I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Use the technical. Yes. Technicalities.
And IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat, or when all biological activity expires.
Let's go use the law against him.
Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Let me check the previous cases. Normally, it'll only take around 47 star calendar
Holy shit.
Only 47 years?
Well, it's on you, my dude.
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades. Have some confidence in yourself.
Absolutely based.
Of a long life species, your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do. I'll be demanding double compensation from the Skyfaring Commission for every minute wasted.
You're on the Xianzhou LUOFU's turf. If you don't like it, then buzz off.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to witness this victory unfold.
I like you. I like you. Very well spoken.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
Interesting.
But, Mr. Scott...
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for, right?
Damn. Sorry for the trouble. Thanks, bro. At least you wised up for once. Damn.
Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman.
Damn.
Let's get on with the inspection. Don't act all chummy with me now that you've got your way.
This lady is really something else.
Indeed. I have a lot of respect for you.
Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
What is that?
Turn it off.
Are you for real? Okay, I guess we're fighting this then. Terror Grip. When an ally is inflicted with Terror Grip, attacking the caster of the Terror Grip once can dispel the Terror Grip. When Terror Grip ends, if the caster of the Terror Grip is not attacked to dispel Terror Grip, then the affected ally will fall into the terrified state and will be unable to perform actions. Oh lord, okay.
How unexpected. That was a surprise.
Alright, I'm interested to see how that works, so let's try it out. Bit hardy, huh? Interesting. Interesting. I realized I should have used something else, but never mind. We'll be fine.
The dice have been cast.
Tough enemy. Interesting.
Maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head.
Can foresee this guy being in one of the elite enemies. Moonrage. Alright, that's the first time we're seeing it. Anything different now? Increases speed by 30%, can use lupitoxin synthesis and slow the algorithm. Deals physical damage to a single target and adjacent units. When the target enters a Terror Grip or terrified state, additionally deals damage. Lupitoxin synthesis deals minor physical damage to all targets with a high chance of inflicting the Terror Grip on all allies. Interesting.
Existence is unity.
Damn it, I don't want to attack him! Alright, that's fine. Moonrage has ended. No words for the moon. Alright, we'll see that effect sometime soon, I would assume. But still, very interesting though. Very, very interesting. A closing on an open casket.
Seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days? That's way too dangerous.
Yep.
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense program.
Uh-huh.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
Yep.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving. I swear on the Amber Lord.
Well, at least he seems somewhat sincere about it.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guest to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
Oh.
Gentlemen, our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside.
Ooh.
Just like the craftsman feared. I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
That's not good. Why do you say that?
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological nerve as its control center.
Ooh. Interesting.
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology? Perhaps they're trying to create a new weapon?
Oh god.
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borison attacked the ship.
That is probably the case then.
We're trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the 10 Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their final verdict on this. According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the shackling prison for further sentencing. After all, it's the safest place on the LUOFU. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge.
Alright, after a while, everyone disperses and goes their own way.
I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd be this tricky. Thanks for your help, Miss Linksha.
I should Thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big guy.
Oh right, she is a pyro healer, not a fire healer. Now that I think of it. Interesting. Okay.
I thought the general's retainers were all burly martial masters. I didn't expect Yanqing to be so...
Young? Carefree? Cute? Miniature?
Can't argue with that.
Yep.
As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the LUOFU from that crisis. It's so impressive.
It wasn't a big deal. Really.
Okay.
It's still early. So why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission? We can discuss your suggestions for revitalizing the commission.
Oh.
I'd be happy to accept your invitation.
We're already proposing stuff to better the Alchemy Commission? Interesting.
And you three are coming too, right?
I wasn't expecting this, but sure. I guess. Follow Lingsha to the Alchemy Commission's meeting.
Nothing to see here. These machines are to be shut down. Keep your distance until then.
Roger that. Well, I guess we gotta go for it. There's nothing else we can do here. Okay. So to the healer's market. I wonder what Bailu thinks of all of this though. The new Cauldron Master.
All these years, and the view of the Alchemy Commission hasn't changed a bit. The tides come and go, but the ancient sea remains the same. For us Vidyadhara, there's nothing more nostalgic than our homeland.
Oh yeah, she is a Vidyadhara. Right, they mentioned that somewhere.
You're a native, Miss Lingsha?
Interesting.
Yes, I grew up here, listening to the sound of waves while researching prescriptions with my mentors and peers at the Alchemy Commission.
Interesting.
It's kind of sad, isn't it? Everything changes, but somehow remains familiar. Just like you, Don Hung, I traveled far from home, and now I've returned. Seeing the familiar scenery brings back a hint of nostalgia.
Interesting.
The view here would be even better without the ambrosial arbor.
Oh, really? I think that towering tree looks pretty impressive.
Even if
Interesting.
It's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations for thousands of years. And now that the ambrosial arbor has been reborn, it's only natural for everyone to feel uneasy.
Well, once a seed is planted, no matter how long it takes, it'll eventually sprout and bear fruit. In my humble opinion, the rebirth of the ambrosial arbor and the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were inevitable. The seed was already planted when the ancestors of the Xianzhou sought immortality.
Why such a serious topic all of a sudden? You can't just make wild speculations about these things, Miss Lingsha. I thought we were here to have some tea, but where's the tea?
My bad. Well, since you went through the entire ambrosial arbor crisis firsthand, Dan Heng and Lieutenant Yanqing, I'd like to discuss something with you.
Oh boy.
What would you like to discuss, Miss Lingsha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in and clean up all the old grime in the Alchemy Commission.
Lucky, huh?
Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it seems impossible. I'm looking to remedy this problem, but was wondering if you could provide any insights.
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. I can't really say much about a remedy, but I do have a piece of advice, Miss Lingsha. The Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the LUOFU have always been intricately connected.
Yep.
If you cannot distance yourself from these ties, Miss Lingsha, changing the situation within the Alchemy Commission may be quite challenging.
That is fair. Yep. I agree with that.
About politics, But I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating within the Alchemy Commission for years. If you're determined to root them out, maybe you should discuss it with the General.
I see. Thank you for your valuable insights.
Interesting.
While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the Ambrosial Arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their existence. Just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but are unable to calm the hearts and minds of the people within the Alchemy Commission.
Yep, true.
Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well, and that's why they entrusted the duty of guarding the roots of the Arbor to the Vidyadhara. However, the Vidyadhara are still only mortal beings.
True.
30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. She recognized the emerging undercurrents and sought to cleanse the source of the disturbance. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. In the end, she was framed and exiled to the Juming. I was also implicated and had to leave the LUOFU.
Oh, I see.
And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None other than General Jing Yuan himself.
Oh.
What?
Interesting.
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but even the Divine Foresight himself.
Jing Yuan's past is gonna catch up to him. Oh boy. Interesting. Okay.
Alas, why is your face turning pale, Yanqing? Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age, holding personal grudges is a luxury we can't afford.
Fair enough.
Lingsha, you're back! Ugh, I've been waiting ages for you.
Yun Li, hello. Oh boy.
Yun Li! Why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to Yanqing.
Oh boy. The two of them got beef.
What a small world. You stole my sword. Give it back.
Oh boy.
I see. Let's skip the introduction part then.
Oh boy.
Why do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something?
It's more like the opposite way around, if anything.
Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yun Li, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to wander around without returning my sword.
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when you should strike, and you struggle to stay calm when your sword is unsheathed. Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who took your sword. It was you who lost focus.
Oh boy.
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming, but you're not taking the hint. Don't people from the Juming know you're supposed to return what you've borrowed?
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just be taken away again in a few hours. You know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes? Well, sure, I can give it back to you now, but on the battlefield, that's a whole different story. Poor flying sword.
Fine! You don't have to give it back.
Oh boy.
I'll take it back myself.
Not confrontation, or maybe I should call the general. Oh, to be young and at the whim of impulse. So is this the war dance?
Between these two, who do you think is tougher, Dan Heng? Don't get me wrong. I'm just curious.
Get rid of this.
It was my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not how I imagined celebrating it.
Yep.
Well, since you don't approve, I won't draw my sword here.
Thank you, Lingsha.
I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed if you didn't get to test one another, right?
Oh boy.
I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Seems like my predecessors left quite a mess.
Oh boy.
So, if you two want to determine who's better, why not focus on them instead of each other?
Sounds like a good idea.
Clearing out some abominations? Sounds boring.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations. You don't have to ask me twice, Miss Lingsha. I'll help you get rid of them.
Nice.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? If Lingsha needs anything, I'll gladly draw my sword and help her out.
Interesting.
It's so heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and caring.
She really knows how to handle them. God damn. Let's go. Wait a second. Alright.
Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated, their experimental abominations have been festering here. If you want a contest, I'll be the referee. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins.
Damn.
Lingsha, as always, you're still an expert in making unpaid work sound so noble and grand. It's for your own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
Yep.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready?
Alright. She has so much faith in them too. That's interesting. Alright. What you intending to do in Lee? Can I cheat a bit? Which is, let me see. Can I quickly swap in an Acheron?
All or nothing.
All or nothing. Add a welt in here too, why not? Just for extra. Just extra.
A bright edge that can cut.
Alright.
Looks like my predecessors left quite a mess.
Yep.
Let me say it again. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins.
We're just gonna swap him out for Acheron,
Draw
so
your swords and make sure you don't hurt each other.
roger that.
Can we start now, Lingsha?
Never mind, I was wrong. But that's fine. When Yuni takes action, she will use attacks to defeat the enemy first. The number of enemies defeated by Yen, Ting, and Yunli are recorded here. So what? If Welt defeats someone, for example, what does that imply, you know? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Hold on. Where is Yunli? Okay, Yunli is there. Interesting.
That's half the work.
So like if I do this, activate her ult, what does that do in terms of the fight? That's technically... Okay, there you go. Alright, so that works. That works. Alright, we're good, we're good.
You know nothing. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
There's Yuni, Yuni is there. Alright, cool. Yeah, we should be good. Nice. Jeez. Interesting. Okay. Didn't hit Aventurine. Oh, there you go.
The dice have been
Nice.
cast.
Okay.
Must. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Time for swordplay.
With Gucci. I need to use you and Acheron. You.
Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed.
I want to see the action bar. Damn. Alright, that's fine. Nice. Still decent chunk of enemies. I think we're supposed to win this, hopefully.
Watch your head.
Nice.
How many can you block?
She is disastrously strong though. Holy crap, that's insane.
Hedge your bets.
Alright, we will use you here. I want you to summon enemies so that we can earn more enemies back. You know? You get what I mean? Hopefully you get what I mean. Nice. Okay. Yep, we're good. Summon. Yeah, let's go.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
A one-time enemy.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
It too shall fall.
Still winning. Let's go.
The dice have bust. Or maybe
Gotta make sure when it's Yunli's turn that she doesn't get hits. Or she gets like the least amount of hits. Let's see.
Swords descend.
Ah, crap. Okay, that was a bit pointless then. I think we won that?
I win, Miss Yunli.
Let's go! Alright, this is actually a pretty picturesque shot, so I'm taking a picture of that. Nice.
Why don't you just give me back my sword, sincerely apologize, and then go cry your eyes out to your grandpa?
Okay, now they're just children. Well, to be fair, they are children.
In your rusty sword, as I don't have the nasty habit of snatching other people's weapons.
Okay, now you're just stooping to her level.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried away with yourself. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand, go ahead and try.
Oh boy. Oh. Damn. Damn. Sheesh. Alright. Someone's getting hurt. Damn. Damn.
Well
okay.
done, my young friends.
So this is Fei Xiao.
However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Damn.
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will.
She looks so cool. Holy crap.
I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the Alchemy Commission, of all places. Well, the LUOFU is never short of surprises.
Indeed.
However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dance's ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your grudges behind you.
Ooh.
Grudges? No, not at all. Yunli and I, we were just sparring.
Interesting.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords and she swung her sword with full strength. No grudges between you. I don't believe it.
Nimble Foxian lady.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Fei Xiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady?
Oh, so she was here to visit Bai Lu.
Fei Xiao? Grandpa always talks about you. Could it be that you're...
The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou LUOFU, too.
Ooh. Nice.
Everyone has heard of the great general. Known to all, and unbeknown to none.
Sheesh.
Great general. Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the LUOFU. So
Dozing general.
name for myself. The lacking general.
Oh.
Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals. Sounds much better, right?
Damn, the lacking general.
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive. Now the that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
No.
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet.
Oh boy.
I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
This is how she apologizes?
Dude.
Finally got my sword back. I should report to the scene by foresight. I'll take my leave, General Fei Xiao.
Honestly, if I was Yanqing, that would be how I react. That would be pretty much how I would react to that. I'm not gonna lie, pretty much the same thing. Very interesting.
Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the Seat of Divine Foresight for a chat with General Jingyuan. I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
Everyone's so reasonable.
Thanks for
nice
sticking with
change.
General Fei Xiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all.
Still though,
Just
that
doing
was
what you
sick.
asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's consultation?
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Even other ships, even other ships, like generals, want to visit the Dragon Lady? That's interesting.
Well, you can always send the bill to the Seat of Divine Foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up.
Oh,
I
boy.
really had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a spot and get some fresh air.
After a moment later, Fei Xiao leisurely walks to the ancient shore's side to wait. Can't speak. Ooh!
Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few
Walter
hours.
is taller than...
So, what do you think?
Oh! Walter's taller than Xiao Qiu. Oh my god, wait, these two are so pretty. Oh my god.
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the LUOFU is prospering after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
Nice.
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
Ooh.
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move, and the LUOFU could be in a world of chaos.
Oh boy. That makes me wonder whether the IPC, whatever happened with the IPC, is gonna breed chaos. I'm a bit worried.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
Interesting.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having cordial chats with two generals?
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Right. You're more on the I'm so normal, guys. I'm so normal.
Just
Okay.
stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right?
True.
Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum.
I
That
see.
includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are saying, and how those close to him behave.
I'm low-key excited to see how Fei Xiao's kit will be like, because given next patch she's coming out, we could be in for a world of wonder.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum. Recognizing this fact reveals the true measure of power.
Oh no, what happened?
Thanks
Oh
for
no.
enlightening me, General.
Oh no. Wait. What? Bruh. What is this? I'm enjoying the story. Oh boy. Okay, I guess we're gonna be right back. Something's happening. I'll fix it somehow.
Work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
God, his voice.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right?
Yep.
Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are saying, and how those close to him behave.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum. Recognizing this fact reveals the true measure of power. Thanks for enlightening me, General.
Nice.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now. Anyway, this is how I operate in battle, so you might as well get used to it.
Are you treating General Jingyuan as your enemy?
Ooh.
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou LUOFU. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
Yeah, that's fair.
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed you?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
Oh. A condition? What condition?
So not even the famed healer lady could help?
Oh, what is up with Fei Xiao?
Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you. Actually, I've found some leads.
Oh. Interesting.
Well, life and death, Jiao Chou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end of my days. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live.
Ooh.
You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been myself.
Damn. Deep. Very deep.
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Of course.
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend I've not seen for quite a long time.
I don't suppose that means Xing Yuan, right? Meanwhile, Yan Xing and the Trailblazer head back to the Exalting Sanctum.
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing general who just dropped in out of nowhere? Oh, she's so awesome!
Oh, it's nighttime.
I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword, she just casually blocked her attack with ease.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun Li is quite impressive, you know? That aura of heroism and grace. It almost makes me want to
No, the
learn
hiccups are
Sancho
back.
swordplay. You think so too, right?
Yep, those moves were fabulous. That general is totally something else. Oh yeah, Xianzhou swordplay is really good. Like, really, really good.
I agree. General Fei Xiao is indeed impressive.
I was actually hoping you'd give Yanqing some praise.
But I mean, granted, you know, comparing the two of them, Fei Xiao is definitely better, but...
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled swordmasters out there, seeing General Fei Xiao's skills today has made me feel a bit uneasy again.
No, you've been doing so well, Yanqing.
Don't underestimate yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you single-handedly took on me and Blade, putting life and death aside. With that mindset, you can prevail against most challengers.
I see. Thanks for the advice, Master Danheng. By the way, now that today's events are over, General Jingyuan wants to invite all of you to the seat of divine foresight.
Oh god.
He has something important to discuss.
That's not good. Something important?
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yao Qing and the Ju Ming.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's gonna be that too, given that the two of them are here.
Caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Fei Xiao and Huaiyan can see the truth. We don't need any more chaos on the LUOFU before the war dance.
Well, I guess we gotta head to the seat of divine foresight then, to see the general. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I don't believe in ghosts.
Which way is the right way? This is not the right way. It's been a while since I last been there, so I forgot how to get there, please. Why do I keep having hiccups?
What is your purpose for entering the seat of divine foresight?
Well, we're just entering it. Alright, thank you. Head to the seat of divine foresight to see the generals with S and Lee as well. Oh boy.
Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder Huayan. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you. These three brave great dangers,
nice.
accompanying me to perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Vantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus.
Oh god.
If you wish to know more, please, feel free to ask us.
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Hu Xuan. She's been summoned to the Yu Chui for questioning. There are a lot of doubts within the Alliance about this whole situation.
Oh boy. Oi.
But despite all that, I believe in you.
Damn, okay.
Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the LUOFU to you. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. You've taken down abominations in Thalassa, rescued the Xianzhou Yu Chui from a siege, and destroyed the demonic planet summoned by the denizens of abundance. I still remember those battles vividly.
Damn.
There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine foresight fail because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. They haven't achieved anything of their own, so they feed off the failures of others. But I've seen enough failures in my time. And I want to believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yao Qing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
Interesting.
No. I am too.
Oh boy.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
Yeah, you calling him old man, one day you'll get caught off guard. By him. And not with words.
Ordered me to come to the Xianzhou LUOFU. But the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Fei Xiao's questioning.
What does that mean? Since it's the Marshal's orders, do we need to step aside?
No need for that. You're all important witnesses. The Marshal is well aware of Jingyuan's purpose in holding the ceremony, and understands the situation he is facing. She mentioned it because she believes both issues are important.
I see.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan. But is it appropriate to tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
I introduce you, the Express's witnesses, to me alone. Aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Fei Xiao's? And whether there's any discord between us? Well, since I'm being open and honest with you, I encourage you young folk to do the same. As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. General Feixiao will be the one asking the questions. To be honest, I'm more concerned about the timely start of the war dance.
I see.
Oh, by the way, I've prepared a gift for the war dance.
Admire the sword. You talk to any of you? No. Oh boy, okay. Not even to Yunli? Investigate?
Yes, it's this case right here.
This case gleams with a muted luster, crafted from a material neither wood nor metal. Its surface is masterfully woven with metallic threads, outlining an intricate pattern of lotus flowers.
There will be numerous contests and celebrations during the war dance, and the main event will be the Ringmaster's Challenge. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos, showcasing the excellent martial arts of the Xianzhou LUOFU. When you mentioned that the Astral Express would be attending the ceremony, I thought the High Elder of the LUOFU would be the Ringmaster.
Ooh.
You humor me, Elder Huayan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing about martial arts. How can I assign her as the Ringmaster?
I'm no match to you when it comes to joking.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General Huayan?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now, but in a few days, a precious sword will be delivered and stored inside. I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the Zhuming's craftsmanship. It has a legendary history, full of heroic tales from foreign lands. Tales that are too detailed to be summarized in just a few words.
Fair enough.
Since the delegation delivering the sword hasn't arrived yet, I'll just leave the case here for now. I've been wondering who would be worthy of such a sword. And then it hit me. I can award it to the champion of the Ringmaster's Challenge. The ceremony's champion is sure to be a perfect match for the sword.
True.
Moreover, I hear that Yanqing is an excellent swordmaster, and that he will be representing the LUOFU as the Ringmaster. So it seems like a perfect gift for him.
Thank you for your generosity, Elder Huayan.
If you want to give me a sword, just say the word, Grandpa. No need to beat around the bush.
Interesting.
You've got confidence, my girl, but I don't think you can best Yanqing.
Damn.
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its rightful master.
Yeah.
Oh.
And even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the Xianzhou Juming and challenge me in the ring?
That's exactly what I had in mind.
Damn.
Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me, could be someone else. It'll probably be me.
Of course.
Whatever happens, it won't be him.
Looks like Feixiao was right. It'll be either death or disaster when these two clash.
Not to be rude or anything, we've been watching their drama. I'm dying to find out who beats who.
March.
Quiet down. We have other guests here. I've prepared this sword to add some excitement to the ceremony, not to have you two squabble. It's not a good look for the Alliance.
Indeed.
While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner and one loser in the ring, which could lead to hard feelings. Actually, I have an idea. We don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you. But if you're eyeing that prize, you'll need to work together. I want you to take on an apprentice who will take part in the war dance and win at least one match.
Oh, is this where March's training arc begins?
Does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, While a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more so to pass on your skills and spread the way of swordplay.
Very wise. Very, very wise.
If this apprentice could represent the Express in the war dance by displaying their Cloud Knight flair and prowess.
Interesting.
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is, whom should the two of them take as an apprentice?
That'll be March.
Huh? Who? Wait, me?
March is training art. Let's go.
March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight, so I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
Oh my god, this is gonna be so cool.
Oh, wait. Are you serious, General? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before.
Oh my god.
Newbie. You really think I can learn it? Well, you'll probably realize I have no hope and give up on me. And that'd be so embarrassing.
Why don't you choose Dan Heng? Why don't you choose me? Just accept your fate, March.
Isn't this a perfect chance for you? I remember you mentioning that you wanted to learn some sword moves.
Dan Heng will be a bit too overpowered, given that he is quite literally the Dan Feng's reincarnation, so the invited name of the LUOFU.
Yeah, I did say that. But this is all happening so quickly, don't you think?
Miss March is like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped. The war dance is the perfect opportunity to see what heights she can reach.
Indeed.
I appreciate your kind words, General YN. But won't teaching me swordplay be a waste of Yanqing and Yunli's time? They should be preparing for the ceremony.
They'll be fine.
Plus, I heard that each swordmaster has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching me? If everyone knows each other's tactics, won't that make it hard to catch people off guard during the war dance?
Oh, that's quite true though.
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out. A few Juming swordplay tricks will mean you'll be more than equipped.
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
Indeed.
The whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move? How boring would that be?
True.
Plus, what really decides a swordsman's fate isn't some special move. It's the solid fundamentals.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yanqing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others?
You're more capable than you think you are, Yensing.
So you're admitting your defeat, huh? If you're not even confident to teach, why don't you let me be the ringmaster instead?
Yanqing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've been an apprentice for years. It's about time you looked at swordplay from another perspective.
Damn.
See, General. Then count me in.
Ooh, nice.
Too, it all comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
It's up to you to make the final decision, March.
Say yes, say yes, say yes. Time for you to become the best sword master on the Express. It won't be a walk in the park, that's for sure. It's all up to you though.
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting your butt all the time.
I love the fact that Kalis gets to speak. That is impressive.
Hey, I've never missed my target. Then I'm on board. Thank you for your kindness, General YN.
Damn.
Great. Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knight's swordplay. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March. Think of it as a little initiation gift.
Aw, that's so cool.
You're too kind. Oh, wait, you're giving me a gift? Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Yeah, it should be, huh? Huayan, smiling silently, soon departs the seat of divine foresight with Yunli in tow.
General Huayan's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about?
Talk to the others.
I think we strayed off topic. How did things even get to this point?
That's all because of the youngins.
Yeah, I brought you here because the general said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in the world did Yun Li and I suddenly become Miss March's swordplay mentors?
Indeed.
Because General Huayan wants us to stick around on the LUOFU for some time.
Oh. I need to be better at reading things, I swear to God. But we aren't here to attend the ceremony anyway. Aren't we here to attend the ceremony anyway?
But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time.
So he needs like a bona fide way to keep us
Since the
here.
crew's actions were mentioned in the LUOFU's operations log were given to the Alliance. He
Ah.
probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as the report claims, or if we're just some made-up excuse to save face. And he wants to see it for himself.
Fair
during
enough.
The war dance, which is why he even dragged Yun Li into this. What began as a simple contest between two sword masters has now evolved into you two collaborating to mentor March.
Oh boy.
Elder Huayan is still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache.
Yeah. Oh boy.
My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses. Now, I apologize for not disclosing this information earlier. In the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao. Where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please, be prepared for the meeting.
Interesting. No worries. Answering a few questions is no big deal. Perhaps we should just pack up and leave tonight. Without March's the training arc.
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens, I'm prepared to stay here as the Express's witness and answer any questions.
Thank you, everyone.
Nice.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but as the LUOFU ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
Nice.
I know.
Aww. So wholesome. My god. In the Arm Alley, Fei Xiao meets with her old comrades in arms that she haven't seen in many years.
And for so long, too. It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Fei Xiao.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights. And I was a pilot of the LUOFU's Rainbow Orbit fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying? Really does feel like a lifetime ago.
Damn.
Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell resonance system every day. So I'm well aware of your great feats. How's your health holding up?
Still stable, I suppose. Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle?
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his
Pichu?
name again? Was it Pichu? Or Kaqiu?
Jiao Qiu?
Jiao Chou. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy
Oh.
Commission to Zhou Yao Qing. Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. It's thanks to him that I'm still in good health today.
Interesting.
Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this far.
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and Elder Huayan are here, I imagine you must have received orders from the Marshal? As your friend, may I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the General of the LUOFU?
Straight to it.
The
Damn.
Armor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes.
Interesting.
They fear the resurgence of abominations, much like what happened 30 years ago. Although
I see.
the reports from the LUOFU explained all the details, we don't know if the Ruin Legion really invaded, or how exactly the Stellaron Hunters and the Astral Express became involved. This puzzle has many missing pieces. As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along an outworlder and a coffin.
Ooh, okay, continuation.
To fight against the Eons.
Interesting.
The LUOFU preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan enabled the exiled Imbibitor Lunae to re-enter the LUOFU, thereby unlocking the lunarescent depths within Scale Gorge waterscape, which in turn disrupted the Vidyadhara's dutiful watch over the Ambrosial Arbor. It is for these reasons that I have come here to the LUOFU today.
I see.
Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person, but since we once fought together, I didn't want to keep you in the dark. Perhaps pretending you didn't hear any of this would be for the best.
Indeed.
I understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. I know I shouldn't be defending General Jing.
So nice to hear Yukong talk again.
Well, you know how I am.
I feel like it's been forever since we last heard her.
LUOFU has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, much of which can be attributed to General Jing Yuan's masterful strategizing. Unfortunately, for long-life species, enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all previous achievements. A moment that our adversaries relish.
They always do, don't they?
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To visit Hule.
Damn.
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the Shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
I see.
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos. I can't quite remember the exact wording, but yes, the very same Hule.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yaoqing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the Shackling prison, facing unending retribution. Given the situation on the LUOFU, those on the Yaoqing are concerned about Hule's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit every century is no longer sufficient to ease their concerns. That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
I see. But Borisin,
It's all
though.
bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship.
Oh.
Unfortunately, there were no survivors and no cargo.
Whistling Flames.
However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Interesting.
Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither.
Ron May?
Have you heard of a person named Ron May?
Genius Society number 81. It's all circling back. Oh no! After a day of running around, you finally arrive at Petrichor Inn for a well-deserved rest. This night, your restlessness from meeting the general and the bustling crowd before the war dance keeps you from falling asleep. Day 2.
I'm still feeling sleepy.
Aww.
Did I oversleep? Where did March and Danheng go?
Good question. Look for March 7th and Danheng. And everyone. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have today. Thank you all so much for coming. This will be the end of part 1 of the Trailblaze continuance under the Pristine Blue part 1. So it's part 1 of a part 1. Yeah, so keep a lookout on the community tab on the YouTube channel, because that's where you guys will be able to check out when the next half of this will be played. But yeah, keep a lookout for that, and thank you all so much for coming. So far it's been very interesting. In the next half we will be entering March's training arc, so I think that's going to be really interesting to see. We're going to be able to see her new form as well, so I think that's going to be really interesting. And yeah, hopefully nothing bad happens, but given the tiny bit of foreshadowing that we're seeing with the Borzin, Ron May somehow being involved in this, no idea what's going to happen, so hopefully everyone will be reunited again. But yeah, we still not have gotten to the Shackling prison yet, so I believe that's going to be appearing in the next half of this quest as well, so do keep an eye out for it. And yeah, thank you all so much for coming. Hopefully that you guys have a great day wherever you're watching this. And yeah, if you guys are going to be pulling for Jiao Qiu, given that he is currently out on the banner right now, I do wish you guys all the best of luck. And Sparkle too, because he reruns here. And Jiao Qiu's like Cone as well. Yeah, such a pretty man. Such a pretty man. Love this man. Anyways, thank you so much for coming. And I'll see you guys again in the next video. Bye bye!